Morning. The seeds for the shameful destruction we saw last night were sown in the 5700 block of South Racine Avenue. On Sunday afternoon, officers responded to a call of a man with a gun. A suspect was spotted, and officers attempted to interview the individual, who quickly fled. As this person was running away, a gun held by this person was pointed at our police officers, who gave chase, and this person fired shots at our officers. Officers returned fire and struck the individual, who was taken to the University of Chicago Hospital and is expected to survive. The shooter is a 20-year-old man with 4 previous arrests for charges including burglary, child endangerment, and domestic battery. I am relieved to say that none of our officers were hurt in this shooting. A gun was recovered from the scene. After this shooting, a crowd gathered on the south side following the police action. Tempers flared, fueled by misinformation as the afternoon turned into evening. CPD became aware of several social media posts encouraging looting downtown. Officers were dispatched to our downtown area once we got word of the social media post. 400 officers were dispatched to our downtown. As the officers arrived to our downtown, the first incident happened at a store near the 87th and the Dan Ryan Expressway. Soon, car caravans were headed into the loop. This was not an organized protest. Rather, this was an incident of pure criminality. This was an act of violence against our police officers and against our city. As of now, Chicago police have made more than 100 arrests for looting, disorderly conduct, battery against police, among other charges. A total of 13 officers have been injured throughout the night, including a sergeant who was struck with a bottle. Another officer had his nose broken as he fought with a group of looters. In the last 7 days, a total of 9 officers have been shot at in Chicago. What we are seeing is violence against police. A security guard and a civilian were struck by gunfire during the melee last night in our downtown. They were both taken to Northwestern Hospital in critical condition. 5 guns were recovered during these incidents. In fact, CPD has recovered a total of 149 guns this weekend. Another 164 guns were handed in as part of a gun turn-in event on the west side. Gun arrests in this city are up 15% this year compared to 2019. In one incident last night, officers were arresting a looting suspect at Michigan Avenue and Lake Street. This person was carrying a cash register he had looted out of a store. As officers were making the arrest, another vehicle passed by the officers and fired shots at the officers as their vehicle turned the corner, resulting in an exchange of gunfire between our officers and these suspects. A bullet was found lodged in the cage of the police vehicle. So far this year, Chicago police have recovered 6,189 guns. Each of these guns recoveries, as you can imagine, has the potential to turn into a deadly force encounter with police. As for the weekend figures, officers made an outstanding arrest for murder, 8 outstanding arrests for criminal sexual assault, and 2 outstanding warrant arrests for robbery, and 5 arrests for aggravated battery. Friday through Sunday, 6 p.m. to 11:59, there were 31 shootings throughout the city, 3 of which were murders. These shooting incidents and the looting we saw overnight are completely unacceptable. Criminals took to the streets with confidence that there would be no consequences for their actions. Let me say that again. Criminals took to the street with the confidence that there would be no consequences for their actions. And I, for one, refuse to allow these cowardly acts to hold our city hostage. CPD will not stand by as our beautiful downtown becomes someplace that people fear. I have instructed our detective units to create a special team of investigators to look at the hours of pod camera footage from last night. We have high-definition video of suspects and vehicles. If others have security video, would you please forward them to cpdtip.com. I pledge to pursue these offenders to the fullest extent of the law. A heavy police presence will continue throughout the downtown area today and until further notice. Officers will return to working 12-hour shifts, and all days off have been canceled until further notice. We are also working with other city agencies, including Streets and Sanitations, the CTA, the Department of Transportation, and the state police, and other agencies, in a multi-layered plan which will be based on lessons we've learned from earlier this summer. Downtown access will be restricted from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. The department also has its eyes in the neighborhoods to ensure that looting does not spread based on our lessons learned. Officers will be deployed in a large measure to our neighborhoods to protect the neighborhoods. This is a beautiful city, and Chicago police officers will not allow this selfish criminal act to destroy what generations of hard work have built. I would now like to call the mayor, Mayor Lightfoot, to the podium. Mayor.